I like to help, but, things are tough.
Yeah, well, things are always tough, innit, Steve?
True. I'll tell you what. Make it 25. I'll take the lot.
No, they're worth 40.
I told you. Things are hard.
Paul W.S. Anderson could have had a very different career. There's a sort of indescribable paradox in the decisions he made and the style he cultivated. He didn't want to do things conventionally, but he didn't necessarily want to do things unconventionally either. His way was straight through the dark heart of the popular American cinema with a chemist's curiosity and an anxious choreographer's rhythm and spatial sense. Just as he was ramping up to become somebody, he went all in on Event Horizon, a kind of Clive Barker psychosexual nightmare in a spaceship. Event Horizon is his best film by a traditional rubric, a film that hints magnificently at a dimension of pure sadomasochism. It's a very easy film to admire, for its by-the-book scares, geometrically pleasing compositions, astonishing lighting scheme, and its semi-left-field narrative playbook. That was Anderson all over. He liked taking things people thought they knew and rewriting them into new metal poetry. He liked the things, horror and action movies, video games, angsty post-grunge music, and techno, that were denied legitimacy even in pop culture, but were all massively popular and hammered them into thunderbolts to be thrown every few years at movie screens. It took me a very long time to get over my allergy to the very idea of Anderson's post-2000 cinema, let alone find a way in an era of oddball digital experimentation, where bubbled an urge in the minds of makers of populist, lucrative, but disreputable genre cinema to push the boundaries of screen space, depth, and taste. Anderson's Resident Evil movies seemed more interested in dissecting cultural signifiers, hyperactively playing with form, and redefining the body as a cinematic idea. His first Resident Evil movie wasn't much to write home about, but its lead's purposeful blankness, reborn metaphorically twice, once without consciousness and once with, meant that Anderson could take the film in any direction. He created a trans icon, with his wife Mila Jovovich as protagonist Alice, a woman who is reborn every film with corporate-mandated challenges to her identity. She's a tool to ensure humans aren't wiped off the face of the map for good, but they also keep withholding the few pleasures of humanity as a way to keep her in her hamster wheel. She is told, time and again, that she is not good enough for her womanhood. They will end the world before they will let her have it.
Rise and shine. Come on, babe. We're late. Alarm didn't go off. Becky's not up yet. Miss Anderson's gonna be pissed. You know how they get. We'll drop her off late at the school. Babe? You all right, babe?
Yeah. I'll go get Becky.
I charge your batteries for you. Becky, you know, Miss Henderson, she wants you to speak. What do you sign?
Thank you, Daddy.
When you come back from school, I have a surprise for you.
I heard that.
By the way, these batteries are lasting less and less. We need to get some new ones.
Okay, well, I can pick some up on my way home.
I'm gonna be late again.
Oh, shit.
I'll get you another shirt from the bedroom. Someone picked up your dry cleaning yesterday.
You're my little angel, aren't you?
Couldn't be late, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Get you that shirt.
Get Becky back!
The films are collectively marked by 90s action movie ideas, things lifted from the likes of The Matrix, with a kind of a zombie's determination. The degree to which Anderson is sincere about the usual theatrics of the tough-as-nails action dialogue is anybody's guess.
Hey, boys. Is that any way to treat a lady?
But But it's certainly true that the action movie is stripped for its essential parts. The genre is cut up and spliced and modified at every turn. Alice's trials are like a theoretical discussion of what the action movie can be as an art object. And when old cast members reappear, it's like the films are rebooting with compromised hard drives.
I'm not dead yet. I think I'll have that back. I can kiss you, bitch.
Hey,
Wait, she helped us, don't you remember?
You two made it! I thought I was the only one that survived. What is this place, and why is everything in Russian? And what's with the S&M get up?
The only consistent presence is Alice, and her dogged leaps into the fray. A newborn, middle-aged woman who has to learn friendship, trust, motherhood, and her own power every time she sleeps. The overwhelming impression is of a summer blockbuster hijacked and converted into a Sisyphusian simulator of movie logic as a dehumanizing government program. 2012's Resident Evil Retribution is literally a catalog of possible lives to be lived, possible fights to be had, possible cities to destroy, from the domestic mother to the unstoppable killing machine, all defined by cinematic representation. They overlap like something out of Joe Dante's cinema of cartoonish anarchy.
Alright, let's see what this baby can really do. Now that's an interesting feature.
The kinds of queer and non-traditional womanhood drawn here, invented by each woman anew in each scenario, seems to be fighting for a chance to become part of mainstream storytelling. Like the Step Up movies, the later Resident Evil films feel like beautifully unhinged, deconstructed musicals, in which action movies become hyper-extended realities. Trials for a woman who wants only to escape, and to bring as many people with her to freedom of mind. By the finish, she's become an Arthurian hero. All realities have collapsed in on one another, and the villains are all glitches and echoes. The Resident Evil movies are unabashedly surface-based. A series performing open-heart surgery on itself to stay alive long enough to get to the next fight scene or pose, running headlong towards oblivion, leaving behind nothing but the shape of an elemental femininity, to be fashioned by whomever wants to wear Alice's red dress and combat boots next. The future, both in reality and in cinema, may be collapsing in on itself, but the shape of Alice remains.
What happened to your clothes and your hair?